Hey guys, how's it going? Richard here, back today with another daily sports vlog. And today we are going over lots of football. But first, before we jump into the trades and the talk and the scores from yesterday's great college football first weekend, we have a couple of feel-good stories to talk about today. First, I want to thank Kevin Hart for the idea of the Hurricane Harvey fundraiser challenge. I issued that this morning to the rest of the YouTube community, and I really hope everyone chips in. I'm chipping in $20. It's what I can do to help, and I hope everyone else will be able to do the same. First feel-good story today from USC yesterday at the end of the game against Western Michigan. Jake Olson, who is a blind college student, also plays long snapper on the USC football team, got in the game and was successfully made a snap on a PAT. Hats off to Jake Olson. Congratulations, and keep going. So, that's it for the feel-good news today. I thought I'd get those two stories out there. I really enjoyed them yesterday. So, anyway, we'll jump in right to college football today. Such a great weekend of games this week. Week 1 was fantastic. So many big games, of course. Alabama, Florida State being the highlight of the weekend, and Alabama State absolutely just dominated FSU 24-7. I feel very comfortable in my prediction that I made a couple days ago that Alabama will be the winner of this year's college football championship. All right, so first score news we have is a big upset, actually the biggest upset ever from a point spread, according to Las Vegas's Elias scorebook, is school called Howard played UNLV yesterday. They were a 45-point underdog to UNLV. And they went and they beat UNLV 43-30, or 43-40, excuse me. 43-40. That is the biggest upset according to a point spread in NCAA history to date. So hats off to Howard, well-played football game. I enjoyed watching the highlights, and I look forward to seeing you play again next week. So, now we'll get into the ranked games. We had big games across the board. Of course, Alabama and FSU, as I said before, 24-7 Alabama. The next big game we had today, let me make sure I pull it up. Ohio State took on Indiana. Big Ten game to open up the season. They won 49-21. Okay, we got USC played a really tough game against Western Michigan. They ended up winning 49-31, but they were 28-28 with about 7.5 minutes left in the game. It was really tight. Western Michigan had a chance to go up with about 7 minutes to go. They were in USC's territory, first and goal, and they could not convert. USC went on and won the game by 18. Penn State, my other prediction for the college football playoff, absolutely steamrolled Akron 52-0. Oh my god, that's just filthy. Okay, another huge game this weekend. My favorite college football team, Florida, actually played the alma mater of my mother, Michigan. Both my parents' alma maters, respectively. Dad, Florida, mom, Michigan. Anyway, Michigan came out, went down 17-13 at halftime, then came out and just kicked Florida's butt in the second half. Went on to win 33-17. Good job, Michigan. Florida, I'm really disappointed in you. I was really hoping you would win that game. But, oh well, what am I going to do? All right. Then we get to the last big news of college football this weekend. Texas, with Herman's opening day as the debut as Texas Longhorns head coach. They lose to Maryland, 51-41. Not a good debut. Maryland, hats off to you for playing a great football game. And Texas, get on it. All right, now we'll get in today to the NFL news. We have a bunch of trades today that a couple of them surprised me. Well, the biggest news of today, though, is Brock Osweiler, who I talked about yesterday, got cut by the Cleveland Browns. He got picked up off waivers today, and guess who signed him? Denver Broncos on a 1-year deal. He is right back where he started. Will most likely be a backup to Simon, I believe, if he's still there, or Pax Lynchton, whatever his name is, or he may be the starter again. I do not know, but Brock Osweiler, through a crazy journey, bouncing around 3 teams in 2 years, played awful in Houston, got cut by Cleveland, and now he's right back where he started. Maybe going back to Denver will be just what he needs. In trade news, we have 2 big trades today. Also, the first one including Cleveland. The Pittsburgh Steelers traded wide receiver Sammy Coates to Cleveland in exchange for a draft pick. I did not see the round. I believe it was a 3rd round pick. I would have to double check. It was either a 3rd or 4th round pick, I believe. It might have been a 2nd, but I'm pretty sure it was 3rd or 4th. Anyway, that trade went through. The Steelers have a surplus of young receivers right now, and the Browns really need wide receiver help, so I guess it was a win-win for both teams. In the second trade news of the day, and more of a surprise than anything else, the Patriots went out and traded Jacoby Brissett, their 3rd-string quarterback, who played well in the game and a half that he played last year, to the Indianapolis Colts for Dorsett, a wide receiver. I don't know exactly why they need another wide receiver. I mean, I guess you can never have too many. But I guess with Andrew Luck being out for who knows how long, Jacoby Brissett may be the Colts' answer to him in the interim. So that looks like what that trade is going to be. All right, now we've got some NBA news. We've got a little fun NHL news for you. And then, of course, we have our next predictions for the NFL. Today we are going into the NFC East, home of the Giants, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Redskins, one of the funnest divisions in the NFL. So, we'll quickly start with the Lakers. They were slapped yesterday with a $500,000 tampering fine by the NBA for illegal actions during the free agency period with Paul George's agent. The Pacers, after finding out this information, filed the tampering charges to the league against the Lakers, and the league ruled in accordance with the Pacers' plea, and the Lakers were slapped with a $500,000 fine. In the end, it's not really that much of a big deal. I mean, $500,000 to the Lakers is really nothing, but it's more of a warning and a slap in the face to basically it was a warning and a slap in the face to the Lakers. Anyway, so that's really it from the NBA today. There were no big trades, there were no big signings, and there isn't going to really be much to talk about until next week when I go into my NBA and NHL predictions for this coming year. But anyway, speaking of the NHL, a story came up a couple days ago that I just saw this morning from the reigning Stanley Cup champions, Pittsburgh Penguins. One of their players, Josh Archibald, during his day with the Stanley Cup, I mean, some guys take it home, some guys go on a trip with it, some guys go and do cool things with it. I think I saw a guy a couple of years ago go like dirt biking with it or something. Anyway, he went and he got his son, newborn son, I do not know his age or name, it wasn't in the article, but he got his son baptized in the Stanley Cup. I can't think of a more interesting thing to do or creative. I'd never heard of that before. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but it was really, really creative, and I guess the timing was really impeccable for this. But I applause to you, Josh Archibald. I really enjoyed reading that story. I thought it was very interesting. Anyways, all right, let's get into the meat of today's news, our NFC East predictions. We, of course, have the New York Giants, favorite of the team, many of my family, of course, I being a Jets fan. I'm sort of the odd one out. Anyways, we also have the Washington Redskins, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Dallas Cowboys. So, this is a division that is really, really tough to guess at. So we got 4 teams. We got 4 good quarterbacks. We got 4 teams with good running games. We have good receiving cores. And we have 4 teams with decent defenses. So they're all pretty equal in most ways. I mean, we got Eli Manning and the Giants, Carson Wentz on Philly, Kirk Cousins in Washington, and of course, the former Rookie of the Year down in Dallas. So, in 4th place this year, this is really tough to do. In 4th place this year, I have the Eagles with Carson Wentz sitting at 8-8. In 3rd place, I have the Washington Redskins with Kirk Cousins sitting at 9-7. In 2nd place this year, in thought of the 6-game suspension to Ezekiel, who I think that it's really, really going to hurt them for those first 6 games. I would normally say they'd maybe go 5-1 or even 6-0 based off what they did last year. But I have a feeling they might be going 3-3 in those first 6 games without Elliott in the lineup. So I have a feeling they're going to be sitting in 2nd place, going 10-6 this year. And then I have the New York Football Giants in 1st place in the division at 11-5, taking home the NFC East title. I know that'll make my grandpa really happy, my uncle really happy. They're huge Giants fans, huge. Anyway, yeah. So Eli Manning, make my predictions right. I do have both the Giants and Dallas going into the playoffs. Dallas will be taking one of the wild card spots. I do not know if it's 5 or 6 yet, but I do think they will be taking home one of those 2 wild card positions. So, all right, well, guys, that looks like it is it for today. Tomorrow, I will be jumping into the NFC North, to the home of the Vikings and the Packers and the Bears and the Lions. That'll be another fun division to compete with and look at. So we will jump into that tomorrow. And also, please, once again, donate to the Hurricane Harvey Challenge started by Kevin Hart. I am once again donating $20 today to that American Red Cross for the Hurricane Harvey relief. And once again, YouTube community, please jump on it and help out. Every dollar counts. And alright guys, if you like these videos, please give a huge thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please hit me up in the comments anything you think I really should go into. Alright guys, this is Richard.